I'm Mark Hughes, editor of Selector magazine. We're here with tasting panellist Christian Gaffey. We're talking about the Festive Catalogue and about this great range of rosés. Rich, you recently wrote an article for us about real men drink rosé. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's probably come about through my evolution of starting to drink rosé. It was always thought of as a feminine drink, and you know, one of those occasions sitting down in Provence and looking around and seeing everyone drinking rosé and thinking, you know, I haven't really been there. So I went in Rome, as they say. I jumped on board and realised very quickly that it has such a great place with food and wine matching. And so upon returning, I delved into the rosé world, and you know, it's been a misunderstood variety or style of wine for so long, simply because it was always made as an afterthought back 20, 30 years ago, but nowadays rosé is being made purposefully in the vineyard, and the varieties that it's being made from, Grenache, Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Shiraz, is all the colours of the rainbow. And you know, I've turned a lot of my mates onto it, and realised that in Australia it's perfect for our climate.
It's perfect for our climate, great for summertime, and also, as you said, a good food match. What foods do you think would go perfect with rosé?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously in Australia we eat a lot of seafood, and we have that very Mediterranean influence type, you know, diet, lots of shellfish and stuff like that. That's what I tend to match it with, things like crab soufflés and, you know, I guess stronger tasting seafood. So
a nice mezz plate, sitting out on the balcony, overlooking the water, drinking a rosé in the summertime, perfect. Because you can chill rosé as well, so that's what makes it such a great summertime drink too.
Absolutely, and you know, the misconception that rosé is this sweet lolly water is so wrong these days. It's all about texture, it's all about how it feels in your mouth, and you know, the colours range, you know, from sort of, the French call it pâleur d'oignon, the colour of onion skin, through to the bright pink, you know, these almost glowing wines, and the styles in amongst all that are magic.
So there's a real complexity to the rosés these days, isn't there?
Yeah, they're not just simple lolly water like they may have been 30 years ago. So.
Fantastic. Now we've got a great range here, looking at this range that you can get in your Festive Catalogue. There's no real region that's, you know, the great thing about rosé, I suppose, in Australia is it can be grown, it suits every region, doesn't it?
Absolutely, that's the beauty of it. From cool climate to warm climate, from, you know, like I said before, Grenache through to Cabernet, you know, winemakers can tinker around, and it works in almost every region. I actually can't think of one that it doesn't work in, you know, if the guys are on the ball. Yeah,
fantastic. So we've got a great range here, some couple from the Hunter Valley, from Central Ranges, from down in Clare and McLaren Vale, and they're all available in your Festive Catalogue. Check it out. Hi, I'm Selector editor Mark Hughes. I'm here with Wine Selector panellist Adam Walls. Today we're talking about Prosecco, which is in our Festive Catalogue. Adam, what is Prosecco? Isn't it? My idea is it's an Italian sparkling, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Italian sparkling. Prosecco itself in the EU is a delimited origin. So it's a region in northeast Italy, just outside Venice in Veneto. We can still use the term Prosecco here. And before 2009, Prosecco was used to describe the wine, describe the area, and describe the grape that it was made from. That's since changed in EU law, and the grape that they refer to it being made from now is called Galera.
Galera. So Prosecco is made from Galera grape?
Exactly.
Okay. So how does it compare in taste with, say, sparkling wine or champagne?
If you use champagne, I suppose the king of sparkling wines as a reference, champagne goes through secondary ferment in a bottle, and then it's matured in a bottle after its secondary ferment. So it's all about, champagne's about balancing primary fruit characters and also autolytic or savoury characters. Prosecco fermented in a tank, and then it's only a short minimal aging after it's fermented in a tank, and it's all about primary fruit characters, so pear, peach, citrus characters, and it's also bottled with less pressure, so it comes across as a softer, creamier type of drink as well.
Okay, so it's becoming very popular, especially in Europe and America. I think the stats showing that it's outselling champagne, it's outselling cava. It's the fastest growing of the sparkling category. Do you think it's because of that primary fruitness, or it's because it's probably lends itself also to being a very competitive at the price point?
I think both, actually. Obviously, the way it's made, it doesn't have to be as aged as long,
Right.
so you're able to produce something at a more commercially attractive price. And also just the style. It's lighter, it's fresher, it's all about fruit, it's got a lighter, creamier bubble, and generally they're also kind of made in an off-dry style,
Right.
so that little bit extra sweetness just makes the wine appear plump and, you know, easy to enjoy.
Perfect for summertime.
Absolutely.
What would you match with this wine as a food? If you're sitting on the balcony overlooking the water, what do you got on your plate?
It's a good question. Anything from seafood to any pesto plates, salumi, pasta with shellfish in it, you name it.
Sounds great. Now in Australia, Prosecco really is about one or two major regions. As far as I know, down in Victoria, the King Valley region.
Yeah.
Is that where these guys are from?
Absolutely, and that is kind of where it's concentrated here in Australia. The first plantings were in the King Valley, and I know the King Valley winemakers have got together and they've got a little promotional thing called the Prosecco Road, where you can go through all the producers down there that make Prosecco. This PAX predominantly showcases wines that come from the King Valley, and we've also got a couple from the Adelaide Hills as well. Obviously that area in northeast Italy where Prosecco is grown and where its home is in the hills, and the Glera grape likes that elevated kind of sites. So Adelaide Hills and King Valley.
King Valley, that alpine regions, cooler climate.
Absolutely.
So looking for really refreshing, sparkling wine. Sometimes something be perfect for summertime, this sparkling wine. It's really something for people to check out. Prosecco, give it a go. You can get in the Festive Catalogue.